and welcome to Business Trends with Mumtaz Wazar. Today I have the privilege and the honor of interviewing the brow queen, Unaiza.
I'm so interested in your journey. Tell me, how did you begin this fantastic concept?
I believed in myself, I believed in my purpose and my passion, and I knew that I touch anything, it's going to turn to gold, because I have this determination to make it work. And I did an interview the other day, and I was very clear that success is not the amount of money in your bank account. It is really how many lives have you empowered? How many lives have you touched? So when I started this business in 2011, I had fallen pregnant at the time. And I love the story I love my story because my belly grew, the queues around the kiosk grew, and people's eyebrows were growing. And we finally broke the stigma that thin eyebrows were a trend. And I carried on with this business, and I gave birth, and my baby was so small. My Umar was only a few months old, like 3 months old, and I took him to work with me. And I just proved that as a woman, you can be everything in all facets of your life.
Without a doubt.
So it started off as the Brow Bar. People knew me then from the Brow Bar days in Clearwater. And after 5 years, I had this big empire, multi-businesses, about 5 stores, and things were just going wonderful. And Almighty had tested me at that time, and I went through, I would like to say, a very wretched divorce. And I walked away from everything, and I restarted my brand as Uniq Brows by Unaiza, because Unaiza is the brand. People knew Unaiza and associated brows with myself. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, if I did this once, I could do it again, because I have the knowledge, I know the know-how, I have the client base, and I know what not to do because I've made the mistakes already. And alhamdulillah, through Allah's mercy, I started this business, and it was hard, and it was long hours, it was a lot of time away from the family. But it got to the point where it started growing and thriving again, and people liked the idea where they could come through without an appointment and into a concept store where they knew they were going to get a specialized treatment only for their eyebrows, because eyebrows became very trendy, and it still is, and it's one of the most important features on your face. Thereafter, we developed the idea of mapping, and we were the first company in SA to introduce mapping of your eyebrows.
So tell me a little bit about mapping. I've read about it, I've heard about it, all from Uniq Brows by Unaiza. What is mapping? For the benefit of my viewers, what is eyebrow mapping?
So the logo is a diamond, and often people think it's because of the glitz and the glamour, because Unaiza likes all nice things, but that is not the only reason why we have the diamond. So if you had to map your face from the, it's called the golden ratio, where it's the 1 to 1.60. So everything in your brows is based on 1 to 1.6. If you measured from the distance of your face to your chin, or to the tip of your nose, it's a 1/3, 2/3 approach, basically. The same thing with your eyebrows. From the start of your brow to your arch, it's 1/3, 2/3, and then 1/3.
Even though a person's face is asymmetrical, it works?
But that's the plan, is to get your eyebrows to be as symmetrical as possible with the mapping. And we can change an eyebrow with over a year of, we call it a brow training. So we developed the system of mapping. Initially, it was very basic. Anything that you do when you're starting off, you're learning. So we just did 3 mappings in the start, which is the beginning, the arch, and the tail. And then over time, I developed the idea of, angles needed to be the same. And if you had to actually draw all the mappings, it makes a diamond on your face.
Wow.
And that is essentially why we use the diamond. It's all about symmetry. The lines need to be equal. Everything, so you can create the perfect brow on the imperfect face.
Unaiza, you are a master coach, teaching people how to map eyebrows.
Yeah.
I believe you also run an academy.
I do.
Tell me a little bit about your academy.
I want to tell you about my story of empowering women, because earlier I said to you, success is not how much money you have in your bank account. So I take young girls that have never touched an eyebrow. In fact, give me a cleaner, and I'm going to empower her to become a master. And through my business, I developed a model of training people, and that's how I developed material for the master classes. I also have an association with Lash Perfect London, where we bring in all the UK trends, the new trends to SA. And through my academy, we run master classes. So whether you're a novice or you're a master, we teach you everything from the muscles of the face, the cycle of the eyebrow, and then we go, because you don't understand an eyebrow, you won't be able to shape an eyebrow. And then I teach you how to map. It's like the fundamental or the most important part or prerequisite of any brow treatment. And then I go on to teaching threading, mapping, tinting, henna tinting, lamination. I've launched the permanent makeup courses as well. And all of this is endorsed by City and Guilds in the UK, so it isn't of an international standard. Having the academy has also allowed me flexibility in my own, to train a lot more, because I love the education side. But I'm now in the point where I can do clients and I can focus on training, because my goal is to go back to where I was pre-COVID and focus on franchising. So the academy will be there for the outside, those individuals that want to train with us, but it's mostly for the potential franchisees sending in their staff, coming in through our doors, because training doesn't stop at one course. You've got to continuously update your knowledge. I'm studying my advanced diploma through Isaac Carson's. It's a advanced diploma in aesthetics and dermatology. It's something that I might not use in my day-to-day practice, but I have the advanced knowledge of the skin, and I can empower those in my business. I have got cleaners that are now buying their own cars, buying their own homes, and I see that how these women that come into my life have no confidence, and they start to soar and they grow with me, and their growth is my growth. And for me, that is my true empowerment. It's a word that is used frivolously. Everyone says, oh, it's woman empowerment and I'm empowering women. How are you actually empowering a woman? And I can say with conviction that I speak my truth.
When they come in and they contact you and they say, we would like to take part of this course, how long is a course? Where is a course done? And for the benefit of my viewers, please give us some information about your course, about your masterclass.
So the online courses are available for those that live overseas, internationally, or out of Johannesburg. It's on our website, www.uniqbrows.com. And you can access all that material. There's videos, there's exams, there's all the theory. There's a free pre-course that you can do that gives you an idea of what the modules are all about. And then we also have once a month dates that are set out for those individuals that are keen on training and becoming part of the brow revolution.
And if they then want to go ahead and open up a franchise, a Uniq Brow franchise, how does that work, Unaiza? What is the cost involved? Do you have stipulated areas? How does that work?
I'm very skeptical on just popcorning my business, and it's everywhere there's a Uniq Brow. So we would like to grow our business out of Johannesburg into the farmer towns like your Polokwane, Middelburg, Bloemfontein, Free State, Cape Town. We haven't franchised already in Durban, but there is space available. If you are interested, it is a store that needs to look like the Sandton store. We don't do micro franchises anymore, so you can convert one of your businesses into a Uniq Brows if it's a business that needs a bit of a lift. So we allow conversions, and then if you want to buy a new franchise, it's very difficult to give you a cost on this platform, but it's anything between 1.2 million to 1.5 million. It depends on your area, it depends on your shop size, it depends on what you want to include. Do you want to do a laser machine? Do you want to leave skin out? Do you want to do unique piercings? There's so many things, there's different elements. So we customize a franchise based on the individual franchisee and what they want and the demands are. Uniq Brows is not limited to just eyebrows and permanent makeup and lashes. We do unique skin. So we specialize in skin, laser, aesthetics. We do unique piercings. We have a new treatment called Scalp Micropigmentation. For those that are balding, we can create a hair filler for you. Guys that have receding hairlines.
Is it very similar to PRP?
No.
All right.
It's actually like microblading for the scalp.
All right.
Or micro shading, but it's fine. It's meticulous work of the scalp that we work with. The permanent makeup of the lips, so we can neutralize dark lips, give you a shade or a blush lip. So the misconception is that we only do eyebrows, but we are so diverse in what we offer. But brows is our core service, and we've changed the narrative that we sell facials at the back end of a brow treatment now.
I'm so proud of you, Unaiza. Tell me, before I close, what is the trend at the moment for eyebrows?
I love the pandemic because it brought about the pandemic brow, or the bushy brow and the unstructured brow. Those 2019 brows where your brows were super highlighted is so outdated. The jam brow where you just lift your eyebrows, I didn't fill my brows in. I just lifted them naturally, and that's it. And the natural unstructured brow, in fact, the thinner eyebrow is going to be coming in. If you saw on the Versace runway, everyone had very light, thin eyebrows. I'm not really keen about that.
So it's time for me to pay you a visit because I've got very bushy
I love
brows.
your brows. Please don't change that, because
Thank
it's
you.
what makes who you are. You know, you can read someone's personality by looking at your eyebrows. I love the naturalness, full brows. Although I specialize in microblading and microshading, I'm a big fan of naturally growing your own eyebrows thicker and fuller. We're going into trends where everything is more natural. We're looking at an au natural approach, and I love that because for me it's less maintenance.
So that's the trend, au natural eyebrows by Uniq Brows. Please do visit Unaiza in Sandton City, Uniq Brows by Unaiza, and all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very
so
much. I really appreciate you, Unaiza. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.